这个故事如果你听起来不累，那么你的英语能力在美国日常生活是完全够用的。要持续提升英文，记得点击订阅按钮。我们开始吧。
That uncomfortable moment when compliments feel heavier than they should. When praise doesn't quite ring true. That's what it means to butter someone up. This phrase has a delicious history rooted in ancient customs that might surprise you. The story begins not in a kitchen, but in a world where butter meant more than just a spread. Picture ancient India, thousands of years ago. Butter, especially clarified butter known as ghee, was sacred. It was used in religious ceremonies, offered to the gods to gain their favor. People believed that by presenting this rich, valuable substance, they could appease deities and earn blessings. This act of offering butter was the earliest form of buttering up, a literal and symbolic gesture to smooth a relationship with a powerful figure. The concept traveled along trade routes, evolving as it met different cultures. Now, let's zoom into a more specific tale from 16th century England. This is where our phrase truly took shape. Imagine a small village. The heart of the community is the local lord, a man named Sir Reginald. He controls the land, the justice, and the fate of every family. His moods dictate the village's well-being. Our story follows a young farmer named Thomas. Thomas is earnest but poor. He has a small piece of land that he rents from Sir Reginald. One harsh winter, Thomas's father falls ill. The medical bills pile up. Thomas knows he won't be able to pay the season's rent. Eviction would mean disaster for his family. Thomas remembers the stories his own father told him. "Son," he'd said, "you never approach a powerful man with empty hands or a cold heart. You must warm them up first." Thomas hatches a plan. His wife, Eleanor, makes the most wonderful salted butter from their single cow. It's a luxury they can barely afford for themselves. Thomas takes a large, carefully carved wooden bowl and fills it to the brim with the precious, golden butter. He walks to the Lord's manor, his heart pounding. He is ushered into the great hall where Sir Reginald sits by a large fireplace, looking stern. Thomas approaches, bowing deeply. "My lord," he begins, his voice slightly trembling. "I have brought you a small token of our highest esteem. Your wise leadership is the sun that allows our humble crops to grow." He presents the bowl of butter. Sir Reginald looks at the offering. He knows this butter is a significant sacrifice for a poor farmer. The compliment, while flattering, is exaggerated. He sees right through the attempt. Yet, the gesture itself, the offering of a valuable, smooth, rich substance, is disarming. It's hard to be angry with someone who is, quite literally, buttering you up. Sir Reginald accepts the gift. He grants Thomas a short extension on the rent. Thomas is overjoyed. It worked. The butter had smoothed the path. But this is only the first act. The following season brings a new crisis. A disease strikes the village's crops. Thomas's fields are spared, but only just. He needs to ask for another favor, a reduction in rent. He feels the pressure. He thinks back to his previous success. It worked once, he reasons. It will work again. This time, he brings 2 bowls of butter. The compliments are thicker, more elaborate. My lord, your generosity is known throughout the county. Your compassion is a shield for us all. Sir Reginald accepts the butter again. But he's growing wary. The flattery is becoming too obvious, too heavy. It's like spreading too much butter on bread. It becomes greasy and unpleasant. He grants the reduction, but with less grace. Thomas leaves with a growing sense of unease. He is becoming dependent on this tactic. The butter is no longer a sincere gift, it's a tool. The relationship is losing its authenticity. Then, the real test comes. A fire breaks out in the Lord's stables. Many villagers rush to help, including Thomas, who works tirelessly to save the horses. In the chaos, he doesn't think about gifts or flattery. He acts from genuine concern. After the fire is put out, Sir Reginald is surveying the damage. He sees Thomas, covered in soot, exhausted. Thomas approaches, not with a bowl of butter, but with honest words. My lord, I am deeply sorry for your loss. If there is anything more I can do, you need only ask. In that moment, Sir Reginald sees the difference. He compares this sincere, soot-covered farmer to the one who brought him butter with flowery words. He realizes the true value lies not in the butter, but in the honest action. Thomas, he says, your help today was worth more than 100 bowls of butter. Your rent is reduced for the entire year. This incident cemented the phrase in the local vernacular. When someone was being overly flattering, people would say, he's trying to butter him up, like Thomas with the Lord. The phrase captured that specific action, using smooth, rich words or gifts to make a situation easier. Just like butter makes food smoother. But the story's deeper lesson is about the danger of the tactic. Buttering someone up can create a short-term advantage, but it risks making the relationship transactional and insincere. The Lord eventually valued the honest action over the calculated gift. The butter was a temporary fix, the genuine effort built lasting trust. Now, bring this into your own world. Think about a time you might have buttered up your professor before asking for an extension. Or piled on compliments to a colleague you needed a favor from. It's a social shortcut we've all used. The problem isn't the occasional kind word, the problem is when the kindness isn't real. When the praise is a means to an end, people can feel it. It creates a film of grease on the relationship, making it slippery and hard to hold on to. Authenticity, on the other hand, is like good, solid bread. It might seem plain at first, but it's nourishing and dependable. Building real connections takes time and consistent, honest action. You don't need to smear on a thick layer of insincerity. Just be the person who shows up to help put out the fire, not just the one who brings the butter. So the next time you feel the urge to lay it on thick, pause. Ask yourself if you're offering genuine butter from the heart, or just spreading it on because you want something. True influence comes from trust, not flattery. Be someone worth trusting, and you'll find you rarely need to butter anyone up.
你太棒了，你学完了全部内容，你离英语自由又近了一步，下个视频见。